Hello and welcome to the Liberty Coin and Precious Metals update tonight. It's November 17th and today we're going to be talking about when to sell your gold and silver with President Mark Lonecker, myself, Justin, and Joe Castillo. Today gold closed about $42.30 down. Silver was down about $1.99. And Mark, what do you have to say about when to sell one's gold and silver down the road?
Well, actually, Justin, I think yesterday would have been a good day, apparently. But no, just kidding. Actually, gold is something I think that people should never sell. Myself, as a husband and a father, the gold that my wife and I own, we will pass on to our children as a guaranteed store of value for them and for their future. And hopefully they'll hold on to it as well and then pass it on to their children. That's what happened for thousands of years. That was the way that people passed on wealth, besides, land and farm animals, etc. Gold has always proven to be the natural store of value, and it is an extremely easy way to pass on that store of value to your heirs, and that's what I plan on doing. Silver I'll certainly sell someday. I'll sell silver when there is an irrational spike in the markets, and a lot of people would think that, maybe we had that this year with silver almost hitting $50 on April 27th, 8th, and 9th. But that was a small spike. We've got a lot greater ones to come. We're in the physical metal business and with actual physical storefronts. And the time to sell silver, in my opinion, will be when there's a line out one of our doors a block and a half long and the Channel 8 news crew's out front filming it. Because everybody's trying to buy it, and it's making the headline news just same way the tech stocks did in '99 and early 2000. And people will be naming their dogs silver. As soon as you start hearing that, or hearing your friends bragging about how much silver they currently own, then the masses are on it. And as soon as the masses are onto an investment thing, that's when you want to sell it. You buy it when nobody wants it, and you sell it when everybody does.
Generally speaking, I think when you're looking at a stock, you can see it, after correcting, run about 150%. So we'll probably see silver run 150%, and that will be considered a small spike. Now, I think what you might see down the road is it spiking considerably more, something absurd like 500%. That might be, percentage-wise, the range that we're talking here. 150% is normal for a lot of bull markets.
Right, I think the smarter thing to do would be start looking at ratios and looking at historical ratios and what gold can purchase at certain times throughout history, and you'll find that right now it's extremely undervalued. Once the housing market comes down, for instance, and it's a more realistic exchange for your gold and property, that might be a good time to sell. You can't negate 5,000 years of history, so the better thing to do, which we do all the time, is we're constantly focused on the gold to silver ratio. We know historically it should be about 15:1. Today we're at 54.5 ounces of silver to equal an ounce of gold. So now is definitely the time to be buying silver, because there's no way in the world that that's a possible number. So I think focusing on ratios and what it could purchase is a better idea.
And you're a real expert, Joe, considering that yesterday you sold 1.2 ounces of gold and then waited a day and switched into silver.
Yeah, I
and
feel really good about
that's
that
why
call.
you know that you're getting your 54.5 ounces of silver to your 1 ounce of gold.
You guys are killing me. I like that, though. I like that. It is a good strategy. But, I think, someday we will see some really weird numbers on both gold and silver. And mind you, a lot of that will depend on what's happening to the currencies. A lot of people say, how high will silver go? Well, we see $100. Well, we see 200, 500, 1,000. A lot of that depends on the currency and where you live. Right now, gold is not too far off of its all-time high if you're in Europe with the euro. It's down from its high of $1,900 in dollar terms here in the States. But again, in Euroland, it's almost right up there near its high, because the euro's under such pressure right now with the problems they're having. And again, that's, this is basically, what we're seeing play out right now is a global currency war. And gold is being proven now, again, as the ultimate de facto currency. They've even started to say that on CNBC. Actually, Kramer started to bring that up. One of the smartest things I've heard him say in years.
I think Ron Paul probably educated him pretty well.
He must be listening to Ron. So as we see currency wars play out, these things don't play out over a month or a year. So I tell people, don't trade the product. Just buy it and hold it, because you'll be rewarded in the long run, and it's a lot less stressful. If you try and trade this in this kind of environment where the Dow Jones is swinging in 200 and 300 point increments, you have days like today where gold is down, over $40 and silver is down $2. It's difficult to trade those. You can, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get wiped out in a couple days. So just think long term. Buy it, throw it in the safe, and sit on it. Forget about it, and buy some more whenever you can. It's on sale today compared to last week. So if you have extra money in the bank, I always tell people to buy a little bit more on these dips. Don't be afraid to buy the dips. You'll make more money when you do.
Mm-hmm. And considering the economic uncertainty, to borrow from the popular euphemism, it is going to become harder and harder to play these markets, all markets across the board. Now, gold and silver have been money for thousands of years. Historically speaking, they are the precious metals that have been used as money. But something I hear more and more people speaking about is, instead of selling gold to move into cash, a lot of people are thinking about moving their gold into platinum. And I think a lot of the logic behind that lies in that they'll see the demand for gold and silver become so intense that essentially those markets will dry up, and some of the overflow will go into platinum and palladium. So perhaps that's something for some people to consider. Let me know what you think about that, Mark, because I know you're a big gold and silver guy.
Yeah, those do have merits. The platinum and palladium markets are much smaller markets, extremely much smaller markets than gold, and definitely smaller than silver. But in the long run, they'll all turn out to be good investments, because guess what? They're valued in dollars. And as we have inflation and then eventually someday hyperinflation, anything valued in dollars is going to go up, whether it's coffee, cocoa, oil, which will be very unfortunate. And oil is over $100 the last 2 days again for the first time in quite a while. But obviously then gold and silver, anything valued in dollars will go up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. This is Liberty Coin and Precious Metals Radio. We're talking about when to sell gold. I'm sure we'll discuss this more in the future. Have a great day or evening, and we will speak with you soon.